on the bench, trying to be a coach from the bench and help all our guys out. And I knew that's not how, my career was going to end. And I just knew that when Coach gave me the opportunity to get back in there, I was going to, make something happen. So I'm just glad we pulled it out.
Right in the center here, guys.
Mark Tracy from the New York Times. For the seniors, a couple Arizona games, Xavier last year, Kentucky, now this. Lots of us have never been in the situation where we're on the court in a high-stakes game and figure out how to win. Tell us what it feels like and if there's something you guys know that we don't know about what it takes.
I think in a lot of those games, all of those games we've been the underdog. You have all types of your ranking systems, statistics, analytics guys that they put. The thing is that with all those algorithms, they can't calculate heart, will to win, toughness, desire. They can't put that into a formula to come out with a percentage chance to win, and that's the things that we have. That's things we've grown with. We've seen the older guys; they've had that. Our best example was Trey. When we got here, we watched Trey make clutch shot after clutch shot. Frank did the same thing. Josh did the same thing. So now we're stepping into their shoes, and we're trying to continue it.
All the way in the back.
Ben Pickman, Daily Cardinal. For Nigel and Ethan. You guys struggled down the stretch last year in Philadelphia and ended up turning the ball over to lead to your defeat. How have you guys, or what have you grown since that loss in Philly, especially as it pertains to late game situations, to pull out with a late win today?
Honestly, we've grown a lot. The first game we had 8 turnovers. Maybe we've done a lot better job, but today we almost gave the game away. Fortunately, I think the lucky star is that wasn't an intentional foul on me. I did make a play for the ball. I'm glad the ref saw that. But if that goes, intentional foul, he makes those 2, they get the ball back, we could be, talking about a great career that we've had.
Over here on the left, guys.
Bronson, to follow up to the one earlier, you talked about how tough it was being on the bench. How proud of you are those guys that were out there for those 8 minutes that kept this game when they had to?
Yeah, I was really proud of them, and I think that's something we've done really well recently is, when somebody gets in foul trouble or someone's not playing well, I think we've done a lot better job of just picking each other up and, just trying to stay positive all throughout the whole game, even though, at times it does get a little, impossible to do that. We just, stick together.
We have time for 2 more for the players. Let's go here with Jay.
For Ethan, can you just describe that defensive sequence? At the end there, you've got Josh Hart, potential player of the year, coming toward you, and you're able to sort of stand your ground and force the turnover. Just what did you see there?
Well, Nige had him. Nige picked him up, and they screened him, so we ended up switching it. And I was just I know that he likes to go left and spin back, but he just stuck his left hand the whole time, and then Vito came over with great help, and I walled him up, and Vito came over and got the almost tie up, but he ended up blocking it.
Vito, your thoughts?
Yeah, the way some of the calls were going, we weren't sure if that would have been a foul in the end, and so Ethan did a great job of keeping his hands back and kind of taking that ambiguity out of it so that they wouldn't call that foul. And then I figured he wasn't paying attention to me, so I kind of just reached in there and had to hold it strong because DiVincenzo was coming strong to rip it from me.
Last one for our student athletes. Sure.
Nigel, over to your left. You were joking yesterday that Bronson makes all the spectacular shots, so would you figure this was your time?
No, he did. We were down 3, and I was dribbling around the court aimlessly, and I just threw it out to him, and he hit the shot. So his shot is the reason why we were able to get tied, and he made a couple other big shots late at the shot clock. I just made him layup. Layups are easy. He makes tough jump shots, but.
That was an easy reverse?
No, it wasn't.
No, I honestly thought I missed it. I felt like I threw it a little too high, but, luckily it went in for us.
Congratulations, guys. Good luck. Moving on. We'll go ahead and open up questions for Coach Gard. We're going to start right down front here.
Greg, there's no formula for when you put a guy back in with 4 fouls.
Jim, the stairs are squeaking over here, so I can't hear you.
Wait a second. There's no formula about when to put a guy back in with 4 fouls. How did you kind of decide when was the right time to get Bronson back in there?
Well, the assistants couldn't decide either because one wanted him to go back in at 7 minutes, and the other one said no. I never got Krabanoff's vote, so I decided to wait. And I knew if I could, we were within 7 at that point in time, I think at the 8-minute media, I think it was 57-50. It wasn't going to get much farther, and I was going to have to go back to him. So once we got to the 5-minute mark, I think Trice had struggled with something the previous possession, so I said, all right, it's time to go. And obviously the kid came in and played really well. So there's no set formula. You got to go on gut instinct and, the odds of where you're at, scoring time, how the flow of the game is going, things like that.
Back left
Chris
corner.
McKee, Sportsnet Canada. Just taking a quick scroll through my timeline, walking down here, and a lot of the chatter is about you guys being an 8 seed and that, and getting selections right or wrong. Do you even care where you were seated?
No, seeds don't matter. I've said that all along. These teams are so good. You're this point, you got 68. And I know there's some play-in games and things like that and some automatic qualifiers that they have into 16 seeds and things like that. But having been in this long enough, having been a 1, having been a 2, having been a 12, you just got to go play. Like I said, there's so much parity and teams are so good. You get to this time of the year, you just have to lace them up and not worry about that. And that's what the approach we've taken. I told these guys, I don't care where we're seated. We have to win 6 games. So let's start with these 2 here this weekend.
Back right corner.
Coach, getting back to what same asked question with Bronson is how much anxiety was there when he was out of the game with 4 fouls, knowing the fact that how he can change a game as he did?
Well, as long as we could stay within striking distance, I've got a lot of confidence in my freshman point guard, Dimitri Trice. But I thought other guys picked us up too. I thought Pritzel gave us some good minutes, even though he didn't score. Iverson was active and did some good things for us. The bench scoring goes 24-3 in their favor, but I thought we got quality minutes from guys and were able to stay within striking distance or have the lead in the first half. And then you got to kind of pick your time. It happens. It's happened all year. We've had to deal with somebody at some point in time. You'd like to avoid it, but when it does happen, you have a plan and you trust the people that you prepared to step in and help us out.
Hey, Greg Dick Weiss. Their last possession, did you assume the ball was going to go to Hart the entire time?
Yeah, either Hart or Brunson, just what we had seen on film. And they've made so many, last-second game-winning plays. Going through the film, it was just the games of theirs this year. You looked at the tight games and down the stretch, how many game-winning plays they made, and predominantly it had been in those 2 guys' hands or those 2 guys were somehow involved. Hart hits a big offensive rebound, I think, against Virginia. Did he tip one in? If it was him or who got it there late. But, those 2 guys typically either have the ball in their hands or are somehow involved in trying to make a play for them.
Yep. Over here, Coach. Mark.
All right, Coach, the question is your second half defense. Hart and Brunson were taking it to the rim strong and scoring to get that 57-50 lead, and then you started getting stops. Your assessment of those, what happened?
Well, we got better. We got better at the point of attack of trying to stop some guys. I thought we got, we allowed too much of an angle to the rim at times, and then also you just got to give credit where credit's due. Those 2 guys are 2 terrific players. I've watched, 32-4, so 35 games, going through quite a few of them and watching them get downhill on a lot of people and get the ball in the paint. I watched Brunson in high school and know what type of guard he is. So, and Josh Hart's a terrific player too. That's how they've played all year. There's been a lot of teams have a hard time keeping them out of the paint, and we were able to shore it up enough down the stretch to be able to catch them and hang on.
All right, not seeing any other questions.
All right.
Coach, congrats.
All right, thank you.
Good luck. Joined by Villanova University head coach Jay Wright, as well as Dante DiVincenzo and Josh Hart. We'll go ahead and open with a statement from Coach Wright.
Great college basketball game. Just fun to be a part of it, and give Wisconsin a lot of credit. They played a great game. I'm proud of our guys. We played tough, battled. These were, NCAA tournament games come down to, and they down the stretch they made two great offensive plays, two great defensive stops, and that was the difference in the game. We knew it was going to be a tough game because we have so much respect for them, and they deserved it. They got it, but we played hard too. I was proud of our guys.
Thanks, Coach. Questions at this point for Dante as well as Josh. Let's start right down front. Go ahead, Joe.
Joe Giuliano, Philip, inquired Josh on the last offensive play for you guys. Was that inbound supposed to go to Jalen, and what did you see after you received the inbounds back?
Yeah, well, we wanted to get the ball to Jalen and go down to the half court and run a play, and they picked us up full court and we couldn't get it to them. It was Tay passed it to me, and then we just went into a ball screen. And that was about it. Wisconsin made a heck of a defensive play.
Go ahead,
Bob Ford, Philadelphia Inquirer. Josh, the accomplishments of the senior class, going to live forever, that you guys have done. Obviously, it's hard to look back at that right now in this moment. But just the idea that you guys aren't going to be on the court together as a group, how difficult is that to sort of accept or process right now?
I'm always going to be with my brothers. I'm not going to be there on the court, making plays with them, but I'm going to be talking to them all the time, texting them, FaceTiming them. Those are my brothers for life, regardless of what happened, this year, We're close on and off the court, and that bond is never going to be broken. So, that is what it is, but I guarantee, I'm going to be close with them, to the day I die.
Other questions for our student athletes? Let's go over here to Mark.
Yeah, for Josh, just you're down there, you're behind, sort of 5, 6, 7 minutes into the second half, and it seemed like you guys just started getting downhill. Can you talk about getting that lead by? Was it a kind of conscious effort that I know that's what you do, but get it to the rim more, and you kept scoring that way?
We always want to be aggressive. We always want to try to get into the paint, and for a good couple of minutes we were doing that, and we were able to get in the lane, either make a layup or get fouled. So, give them all the credit. They're a heck of a team. They made great adjustments, and that's what it is. But we just try to be aggressive, really.
Go ahead, Jay.
For Dante, you guys went up 57-50. Did you feel at that point like the intensity level dropped? Because it seemed like maybe you had things in control at that point, but then they were able to make the comeback.
I don't think the intensity dropped for us. I think we were intense on defense the whole game. They just made a heck of plays down the stretch. Their shots went in. Offensively, we executed, and so did they. They went on a little run, but I don't think the intensity dropped at all.
Okay, Dante, Josh, thanks for your time.
Thanks.
Appreciate it. And we'll open for questions for Coach Wright. Go ahead, start. Go ahead, Bob.
Jay, kind of the same question I asked Josh. It's always difficult at this moment, but the perspective of the senior class that you're losing, pretty remarkable run that they had, winning us all time, I think. And for you to accept that you're not going to have those guys in your gym as well.
Yeah, three of the Josh and Chris and Darryl are three of the greatest Villanova basketball players of all time. Their class is going to go down as the most successful class in Villanova history. But what we take pride in at Villanova even more is, all three of them will graduate on time. All three of them On the court, good times, bad times, always conducted themselves extremely well, represented Villanova well. Off the court, big part of our student body, great Villanovans. To be that successful on the court and really represent the university like they do is something special. We told our younger guys that's what you want to be. That's what you want to be as a Villanova basketball player. You want to be like Chris and Josh and Darryl.
Go ahead, Joe.
Jay, same question I asked Josh about your plan on the last play. What did they do to just bottle up Jalen? I guess you were trying to get it into him.
Yeah, it's simple for us. If they let us get it to Jalen, we're going to run a play. If they don't, we're going to get it to Josh or Dante and run a middle ball screen. Josh got, for down 2, he got all the way to the rim, and it's what you want to do. You want to be aggressive going at the rim and try to score or get fouled. They made a great defensive play.
And also, when it was 57-50, you guys only had 1 basket after that and 5 points in the last five and change. What did they do to just bottle you up and try to keep you from scoring?
The game, from 57-50, the game really got shortened. They had a couple possessions where they got an offensive rebound. They had another possession where the shot clock went down to 0, and then there was a foul called at the shot clock, so they got a whole nother possession. So there weren't that many possessions, and we just had a couple. I think that's what the game came down to. We had a couple empty possessions there at the end, and they had 2 great possessions. The one by Nigel Hayes, driving baseline, and that one baseline out of bounds when Koenig hit the 3 was huge. So that's what close games come down to. We've been on the other end of that a lot, and when another team steps up and makes those plays, and 2 great players like Koenig and Hayes make those plays, you got to give them credit.
Go back right corner, Coach Mike.
Coach, Mike Heim, Associated Press. 2 years ago, #1 seed, lost in the same round. You look at a 3-year window, you've won a championship, but you also were eliminated in the second round twice. Can you talk about how difficult this tournament is, knowing firsthand the highs and lows of it all?
Well, first, there should be nothing negative about this tournament. This is the greatest. This is the greatest, I think, sporting event in our country, and being in it. I say this every year to our team. I say it every year to everyone at Villanova. We can't take it for granted. It's just so special to be a part of it. Every time you win and you get a chance to advance, cherish it. And you're playing the best teams in the country. You're going to come down to games like this. We had a game like this against Kansas last year, and we came out on the good side of it. We had a game like this against NC State a couple years ago. We came out, we had a shot to win it, and we missed it. There's no dishonor in losing in this tournament. But I do know that, and we've lived through it, you are judged by how you play in this tournament, and that's the reality of it. So you have to accept it.
Go ahead, Mark.
Yep, thank you. Yeah, could you just sort of comment on Koenig's performance and their ability to get him the ball, and get him decent looks?
Yeah, I thought the biggest play was when he came off that baseline out of bounds and hit a 3. I mean, that's a breakdown on our part, but it's also great execution on their part. They're going to him baseline out of bounds, and he set his man up he goes out opposite sometimes he comes out same side, and he set his man up like he's going out opposite, and he beat us on it, and that was a big play, and we had shut that down all during the game, but again, that's where you got to give them credit. That's great execution, great job, great coaching job, and that's how you win and lose these close games.
Coach, congrats.
Thank you, guys.
Great class.
Thanks a lot.